Thank you very much for your Excellency precious time rendering to us. Talking about the TIP report, the latest one, there are some critics that it's because of the intense competition on the global seafood market that makes significant efforts to overthrow Thailand from the leading seafood exporter to the state by both keep publishing and broadcasting one-sided story of the worst scenario of Thailand's slave labor, and the U.S. government haven't made any fact findings or cross-checked with the Thai authorities, so that Thailand was downgraded to Tier 3. What is your Excellency's opinion?
Let me explain a little bit. The TIP report, as you know, is global, about the situation in trafficking in persons, which is an enormous global crime. 27 million people are trafficked every year. And for those who don't know, your viewers, being trafficked is being sold into slavery. Our fellow human beings, men, women, children, sold into slavery. It's a global problem. Thailand is at the center, geographically, of a region where there is a big issue with trafficking in persons. You know, you and I know Thailand and some of the neighboring countries, there's a lot of movement of people into Thailand, seeking jobs, seeking work. Unfortunately, many of them are trafficked. They don't come in legally. And so what the Trafficking in Persons report is an effort across every sector, across law enforcement, business, NGOs. It's a real call to action. And it's a call to look at how we can end this. This is not an issue that one country can work alone. It does not have anything to do with business. In fact, Americans love Thai seafood. It is by far one of our most popular imports from Thailand. And we want it to be that way. We want it to be safe. We want to be sure that the people producing those products aren't slaves.
This announcement of the U.S. government decision came after the coup in Thailand, which now run by the National Council of Peace and Order. Is this a political tool of the U.S. government to put more pressure to Thailand to return to democratic process?
The TIP report has nothing to do with politics. It's pure coincidence. The report is from April to April every year. So it finished in April, a full month before there was a military coup.
National Council for Peace and Order, or NCPO, is showing that it's trying to prove the immigrant workers, such as to register illegal workers, corruption, and so on. Will this be considered by the U.S. government in the next TIP report?
Absolutely every effort will be considered in the next TIP report. And our focus is very much on working with Thailand at every level.
There's some information that now the U.S. government is considering to cut more aid to Thailand and also to shift the annual copper growth exercises from Thailand, which is held every year, to another countries. It may be rumors, but we would like to have more from your...
Sure. You're precisely correct. It is rumors. No decisions have been made yet.
ค่ะก็มีการยืนยันแล้วนะคะว่าไม่ได้มีการย้ายการฝึกคอปเปอร์โกและที่สำคัญก็ยืนยันด้วยว่าไม่ได้เกี่ยวข้องกับเรื่องของการเมืองแต่อย่างใดนะคะ